It's TBISC, the best in sports entertainment. We're here live in Park, which you would say TNS Media Group is the team and the family. I want to thank everyone for tuning into our show. It's been greatly appreciated. Our numbers are doing fairly well. We're a fairly new show, but thank you guys for tuning in, and guys and girls for tuning in. We really appreciate it. So let's jump into this episode. We'll start off with the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys, once again, making the headlines for other than winning a Super Bowl or winning a playoff game. The Dallas Cowboys just recently lost Demarcus Lawerence, one of their top players. He opted out to sign a 3-year deal worth $32.5 million with the Seattle Seahawks. And then upon his leaving, he was in a meeting interview, speaking to one of the Seahawks bloggers, so forth and so on. And quote, end quote, he said, "A change in scenery is always good, but Dallas is my home. I made my home there. My family lives there. I'm forever going to be there. But I know for sure I'm not going to win a Super Bowl. So yeah, we here." So this prompted, Micah Parsons to respond, and Micah Parsons responded and said, "This is what rejection and envy look like. This is some clown bleep, you know the rest." So by Demarcus Lawerence being with the Dallas Cowboys, he probably understands. He's been within the organization. He probably, he's been with them for, so many years, and he probably understands with the personnel, probably the coaching, players, quarterback, you name it. He probably feels as though he's not going to win a Super Bowl there. He probably stayed there because, like he said, my family's here, everyone is here, and he understands the culture of the Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones, his ownership, the way he runs the team. And he made this statement basically saying, hey, listen, I understand, we're never going to win a Super Bowl there, so I'm going to leave and go somewhere else, basically what he's saying. Now, this could be a little bit of, it could be a little sour taste in his mouth because the Cowboys didn't offer him a big bag, because he said before that the ball was in their court, not on duty. He said he was saying that it was up to the Dallas Cowboys to bring me back, but the Cowboys decided, hey, we're going to allow you the opportunity to go out there and see what's out there. Then he made a decision to go to Seahawks. The Cowboys, as we know, the Cowboys have won 4 playoff games in the last 25 years. They haven't won a playoff game in the last 25 years. Demarcus Lawerence, he had injury riddled season. He had a right foot injury that kept him out, and he was out for a while. I think he played 4 games last year, so forth and so on. So this says a lot about the Dallas Cowboys, losing the head coach, losing players that within the organization that have been around the organization for a while, and they now see that, hey, listen, man, I'm not going to win there, so I might as well go on and go somewhere else. Not saying he's going to win in Seattle. I don't know. Seattle's a little depleted as well, but he probably said, you know what, I'm going to go over here and get this money, and I'm going to move on to something else to see what happens. A lot of people are excited to see this, and I saw other, because I watch other people's shows, and I saw other news anchors or, sports analysts speaking about this, and they were kind of, excited because, everyone kind of hates the Dallas Cowboys. This is something that, that's not hidden or something that people don't know about. Everyone hates the Dallas Cowboys for many reasons. I'm not saying it's justifiable, but sometimes people have their reasons why they dislike the Cowboys and their organization. For me, I'm a sports fan. I'm an Eagles fan, and I'm going to call it how I see it. Of course, I want to see the Eagles dominate the NFC East, for year in, year and out. And I think they're going to be very dominant over the next few years. But just looking at this rift within the Dallas Cowboys organization and the players going back and forth, one player kind of sees the writing on the wall, in my opinion. Micah Parsons may see the writing on the wall, but he's just such a team player. He's such a player that wants to win so bad, and he's trying to rally his troops, rally the team to kind of get to the point where so they can hoist the Lombardi Trophy. But I mean, I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So shout out to Demarcus Lawerence on his new deal. Shout out to Micah Parsons for being a dominant player that he is. They have to pay him now. The Cowboys got also. I want to mention that the Cowboys got to pay Micah Parsons. Are they going to extend his contract this season? Are they going to make him the highest paid player in his position? I don't know, but we'll see what happens going forward. It's TBISE, the best.
You need home care services for yourself or a loved one, but you don't know where to begin. If you don't want to wait in a long line to the welfare office, or hire someone to do the work for you, or you're just tired of the runaround, please allow Medicare to help you. Call now, 215-644-8341. 215-644-8341.
I want to welcome everyone back after the commercial break. It's TBISC, the best in sports entertainment. So we got some more breaking news out of Philadelphia. Philadelphia Eagles have been open to trade talks for Dallas Goedert. Some people are saying, Eagles are looking for a 4th-round pick, so forth and so on. Dallas Goedert is due $11 million next season, but it's been speculation that a lot of teams are willing to absorb Dallas Goedert's contract, but they will probably want to do an adjustment based off that number. Number's kind of high for Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert has been a Philadelphia Eagle. He's been with the Eagles for a while now, and he's been dominant. He's been, he's been someone that we can rely on. He's been a favorite target of Jalen Hurts. So I don't know how they would feel about, letting him go as far as Jalen Hurts would feel as far as losing Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert's been, he had an injury last year. I believe he had broken his wrist, so forth and so on. But he came back, came on strong, played fairly well, and ultimately contributed to the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. Another piece the Eagles have is Bryce Huff, who they're looking, they've been taking calls about possible trade scenarios for Bryce Huff as well. Bryce Huff has been he's been a victim of, the Eagles having a very deep pool of defensive players, whereas though he didn't have very many opportunities. Bryce Huff is a good player, but the Eagles, like I said, the Eagles on defense have a very, very deep rotation. So we'll see what happens in regards to this going forward with the Eagles. The only thing I want to add is the Eagles have been losing a lot of their core players. Dallas Goedert is a core player for the Philadelphia Eagles. He's been with the Eagles now for a while. He's been with the Eagles. He was drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles in 2018 with the 49th pick overall. So he's been around for about 7 years now. And the Eagles, have been, very, very reluctant to have such a good tight end. And the Eagles have been compensating Dallas Goedert and giving him a contract extension and paying him, the money that's on the books now. So we'll see what happens in regards to this. It's TBISC, the best in sports entertainment.